Research indicates that effective conversational skills can significantly increase networking success. We're talking about business networking here, with 70% of professionals noting the value of small talk in establishing connections. And we're going to tackle that today. I'm going to provide some information to help you with it. This lesson is going to focus on essential techniques for maintaining engaging conversations. You want to keep the flow going in professional settings, highlighting the importance of building rapport through effective communication. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Business English Success Strategies, a part of Mastering English Communication. So some of the key topics in this lesson that you're going to experience here shortly will include vocabulary development, conversation strategies, practical dialogue examples, and response techniques that will enhance your ability to engage and connect with others. So here in the introduction and objectives section, we're going to introduce the importance of maintaining a flowing conversation in professional settings and outline the learning objectives for this particular lesson. So in the introduction, we're going to highlight the significance of conversation skills in building professional relationships during various interactions. Then, under objectives, we're going to detail the skills participants will acquire, including strategies for conversation maintenance, relevant vocabulary, and effective listener engagement. So effective conversation skills, no secret here. They are crucial for networking, creating connections, and fostering collaboration in business environments. Also, crucial for maintaining a conversation, and this is because maintaining a conversation involves asking open-ended questions, actively listening. Some of you may remember this from my other lessons. I've done a couple of different lessons on active listening and the importance. And then, of course, responding to cues from your conversational partner. In other words, picking up on their engagement and level of engagement in the conversation. Now, research also helps us here because it indicates that active listening can significantly improve communication effectiveness as it ensures that both parties feel valued and understood. That's when you really make the bond. So I have a cheat sheet, otherwise known as an icon list, and this presents the key strategies that will help anyone maintain engaging conversations in a business context. Each item highlights an essential skill that contributes to the overall objective of the lesson. Now, the significance of each item lies in its direct application to real-life scenarios. In terms of engagement techniques, these emphasize the importance of creating a dynamic interaction back and forth, while open-ended questions encourage a deeper conversation, a deeper dialogue. And then active listening ensures that the conversation remains reciprocal, on track, and meaningful. So by mastering these skills, you'll be better equipped to navigate professional conversations, foster relationships, and enhance communication effectiveness in your respective environment. Let's take a look at vocabulary and strategies. So here we're going to touch on some essential vocabulary and strategies that will enhance conversational skills that are vital for effective communication in business settings. We will touch on some key vocabulary, and we're going to present some terms relevant to conversation flow. Also, conversation strategies, and we're going to outline some effective tactics for showing interest. And then in terms of vocabulary, we're going to illustrate practical applications of vocabulary in conversation scenarios. Okay, so another cheat sheet, this icon list. Well, this is highlighting essential strategies for keeping the conversation flowing. All right. Remember, our goal is to enhance the communication skills of the audience involved. In this case, non-native English speakers, and of course, adult ESL learners. So active listening. This is crucial as it demonstrates attentiveness and helps in understanding the speaker's perspective. There's a reason that I keep coming back to this. Uh, I can tell you both as a business person and then in social interactions in terms of networking or just social conversations with people I'm meeting for the first time or don't know that well. If you're not actively listening, you're not breaking any new ground. You're not getting anywhere with understanding what's going on there, understanding the other person or people better, or vice versa, if you or they are not actively listening. Open-ended questions stimulate deeper discussions. And I've created a lesson on this, but just a quick catch me up. Open-ended questions will start with something like how, or when, or why, and there are others, right? There are ways to frame open-ended questions that once you understand how to do that, your conversations will naturally be deeper. And then something else that doesn't involve actually our vocal cords. That's body language awareness. We have to remember that people are not just the words that come out of their mouth. Body language tells you a lot. It reinforces engagement and it shows that you are actively participating in the conversation. And then strategies in terms of the conversation. Each item here emphasizes techniques that aid in engagement and rapport building during discussions. So let's take a look at the first item. Show curiosity. This underscores the importance of expressing genuine interests. Now, this will foster a positive conversational atmosphere. Then, of course, encourage sharing. This one emphasizes inviting others to share their experiences. This is also another way of showing genuine interest. It makes the other person feel valued. And then lastly, provide feedback. Now, this one is about acknowledging their contributions to the conversation, the information they're adding or sharing. This enhances mutual understanding. If you're using these strategies and incorporating them, this will significantly improve your conversational skills, especially for non-native English speakers. You have a lot to pick up on because you're non-native and you're practicing, but as you advance, everything will become easier and some things will start to become second nature until you are there on your journey to being fluent or close to it. So this is sort of a summary slide. This is not the end of the lesson, but this emphasizes the importance of maintaining a conversation in a professional setting. You want to understand engagement strategies so that you can enhance your communication effectiveness in business interactions. So you want to practice these techniques. You want to audit yourself. What are you doing well? What are you not doing? And what can you improve that you're just so on, or improve quickly, I would say as well. Now let's look at some practice and techniques. Here we're going to focus on examples and response techniques. So you're going to see a sample dialogue. I mean, it's short to the point because as intermediate and advanced learners, even as an advanced beginner, you're going to have the idea. All right? And the idea here is, how will you initiate and maintain a conversation effectively? In other words, keep it flowing, keep it going. So in response techniques, this slide will outline various positive and negative response techniques. So let's look at a couple of the key strategies just to revisit it quickly. Active listening, asking open-ended questions, and using affirmations to encourage the speaker. These techniques help keep discussions engaging and dynamic. And there's a reason that I create the slides this way, so that you can revisit the lesson and quickly take in and find what you're looking for. But also, if you want to take a screenshot and, as a way of having something to quickly refer to, that's fine as well. Now, research helps us again. It shows that individuals who actively engage in conversations build stronger professional networks. So being quiet is strategically important sometime, but actively engaged in a conversation in the way that I've described so far is what is going to push you ahead, both as a non-native English speaking professional and an adult ESL learner, but also just push your career forward, because you're more engaging, more collaborative, more cooperative, right? An example, a study found that open-ended questions lead to 30% more engaging dialogues, 30% more engaging dialogues compared to closed-end questions. In other words, questions that just require either an extremely short answer or yes or no. So here are some response techniques. Now, each of these is crucial for enhancing interaction. Encouraging participants to apply these techniques during their conversations is critical to you having a back and forth. And when I say participants, I'm talking about the person or the people you're engaged in speaking with. So you want to incorporate these strategies so as a professional, you will improve your conversational skills. This will lead to more fruitful networking and client relationships and career building. So we're going to wrap here in this section. And I want to emphasize some of the key takeaways that we have here. And I'm also going to give you a little homework, very little, so you don't get too overly excited and scared. So as I mentioned before, maintaining a conversation requires both active listening and responsiveness. This is going to foster a welcoming atmosphere and encourage dialogue. Right? And some of the strategies that I've shared will involve showing interest with phrases like, "Oh, well, that's interesting." And then others, such as inquiring questions, such as, "Well, what got you into that?" A question like that helps to sustain engagement, right? So notice I said, what got you into that? That's an open-ended question. No one's going to say yes or no. They're going to share something which you can follow up on and then share yourself, or ask deeper questions about what they share. And then once again, the research helps us here. It indicates that good conversationalists often ask open-ended questions. So remember, I said 30% of conversations are better and more engaging when you ask open-ended questions as opposed to closed-ended questions, because they lead to deeper connections and improved networking outcomes. So my friends, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and get notified. And I will see you next time as we continue our linguistic adventure together.